Hello friends, welcome to Finance MCQ. I am Neha Singh. Today we will discuss about leadership, which is part of management subject technical syllabus related to paper 2 of a SEBI grade A exam general stream. So let's begin. We will see the definition of leadership, which states leadership is a set of interpersonal behaviors designed to influence employees to cooperate in the achievement of objective. So friends, from the leadership definition, we can say that a leadership involves interpersonal skills through which a leader can influence employees to cooperate with him to achieve common organizational goals. And how a leader can influence? He influences through directions, motivation, setting standards, etc. So I hope the definition is clear now. Let's move on to the next topic, which is features of a leadership. We will see the first feature, which states leadership indicates ability of an individual to influence others. As discussed in the previous slide, that leader can influence through his work, through motivation, through his power, or any other way which he can get the work done. Second point states, tries to bring change in behaviors of others, indicates interpersonal relations between leader and followers. Friends, leader always try to work on changing behavior of his team and of followers so that it can harmonize with that leader and helps to achieve the organizational goals. Like, if a leader is punctual, dedicated and always set high standards of work, so he wants that all his qualities or behaviors of him should be there in his team and he continuously work on it to bring the change in behaviors of his followers. Third feature of leadership is exercised to achieve common goals of the organization. Friends, leadership or a leader is required by a firm to achieve its goals, and without a leader, a firm will not be able to achieve organizational goals because leader provides guidance, region and way ahead to achieve goal. And we will see the last feature, which is leadership is a continuous process. Friends, in an organization, a leadership is required throughout the life of an organization. Hence, it is a continuous process and it is not a one-time requirement. Friends, if you remember in our last video, we have seen the example of match in the context of organizing. I would like to take the same in the context of leadership, that how a captain who is referred as a leader in continuously monitoring and coordinating throughout the game. It is not only limited to start or end of the match. Hence, this explains that the leadership is a continuous process. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is importance of leadership. And the first importance states that leadership influences the behavior of people and makes them to positively contribute their energies for the benefit of organization. Good leaders always produce good results through their followers. Second importance states a leader maintains personal relations and help followers in fulfilling their needs. He provides continuous confidence, support and encouragement and thereby creates organizational work environment. Third point states, leaders play a key role in introducing required changes in the organization. He persuades, clarifies and inspires people to achieve whole changes wholeheartedly. Thus, he overcomes the problems of resistance to change and introduces it with minimum discontentment. We will move to the next topic, that is qualities of a good leader. Friends, before moving to this topic, let me make you understand that a person should possess certain quality or traits to become a successful leader. It assumes that leaders can be distinguished from non-leaders by certain unique qualities possessed by them. Hence, we are seeing the first quality, that is physical feature. Physical feature like height, weight, health, appearance determine the physical personality of an individual. Second important quality is knowledge and self-confidence. A good leader should have required knowledge and self-confidence in order to have followers. Third is integrity and motivation. A leader should possess high level of integrity and motivation. He should be a role model to others regarding the ethics and values. Fourth quality of a good leader is initiative, communication and social skill. Friends, a leader should have courage and should be able to take initiative. He should not wait for the opportunities to come his way. Rather, he should grab the opportunity and use the advantage of the organization. He should have a good communication skill and should be social and friendly enough to interact with his followers. From here, we will move to the next topic, that is style of leadership, and we will see the first style, that is autocrat or authoritarian leader. An autocrat leader gives order and expects his subordinate to obey his order. In such cases, it is only one-way communication with subordinate. As per history, we can see some example of autocrat leader, and one example I can think of right now is King Henry VIII, Queen Elizabeth, and now we will see the second style of leadership, that is democratic or participative leader. A democratic leader will develop action plans and make decisions in consultation with his subordinates. He will also encourage them to participate in decision making. Nelson Mandela is one of the successful democratic leader. And we will see the third type, that is laissez-faire or free rein leader. Friends, such a leader does not believe in use of his power unless it is absolutely essential. The followers are given a high degree of independence to formulate their own objectives and ways to achieve them. And Warren Buffett is a live example of this type of leadership. And from here we will move to the last topic for today, that is leadership theories. And the first theory is behavior theory. The behavioral leadership theory focuses on how leaders behave and assumes that these traits can be copied from other leaders. Sometimes it is called the style theory. It suggests that leaders aren't born successful but can be created based on their learnings. We can learn from Gandhiji's style of leadership. We can learn from different type of leadership. Next is trait theory. The trait model of leadership is based on the characteristics of many leaders, both successful and unsuccessful. And this is used to predict leadership effectiveness. The resulting list of traits are then compared to those potential leaders to assess their likelihood of success or failure. And the third leadership theory is contingency theory. The contingency theory of leadership supposes that a leader's effectiveness is contingent on whether or not their leadership style suits in a particular situation. According to this theory, an individual can be effective leader in one circumstance and can be ineffective in another. And the last leadership theory for today is power and influence theory. Friends, power and influence theory of leadership take an entirely different approach. These are based on different ways that leaders can use their power and influence to get the things done. They look leadership style that emerge as a result. So what all topics we have covered today? We have covered leadership and its features, importance of leadership, qualities of a good leader, leadership style, and leadership theories. Friends, I have tried to cover all the important points from the topic leadership, which I feel is important and relevant for your SEBI Grade A exam general stream. Friends, if you want to practice MCQ questions related to today's topic, please visit Finance MCQ website. It has entire technical syllabus of SEBI Grade A exam in MCQ format. It has 2000 plus subject-wise, topic-wise MCQ questions to practice. Further, we have added the clarification for the correct answer wherever required. We also have 25 test series to practice for paper 2. So friends, do visit Finance MCQ website to practice your technical syllabus. That's all for today's video, friend. Thank you so much. I will come up with new video. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching.